What's going on, guys? Welcome to today's new episode. On our way to go train some jujitsu. Been recording. I think this is like episode 303. Now, to think of, like, we're coming up on a year of posting every day is kind of insane to think about, to be honest, because it kind of just started off as like a challenge, right? We started off with this like 75 hard challenge. Made a promise to post every day to see if we enjoyed making content. Now, making content has been fun. There's been some ups and downs, not gonna lie, but I have been kind of, trying to find my groove in things and trying to realize, what it takes to, take some time to set aside to pursue something. And I wanted to encapsulate, I don't even know, encapsulate the BJJ journey, because we just started training, and I'm like, it would be awesome if I were to see someone start something, stick to it, and then see the progression, right? Now, it feels like the progression has been nice. We have been getting better, but there has been some places where I feel like I should be doing better. I feel like that's like a normal thought process to have, especially when you're putting a lot of time and effort. And I think that's part of it. Like, recording these types of times where I feel like I'm a little bit stuck with many things, not just jujitsu or skill development. It feels like it's those times where you feel like you're stuck in the mud a little bit. And I try to feel that out, understand like, it's gonna take time, but just not giving up. I feel like even when you're sparring, when you're rolling, you're stuck, you get mounted, you get stuck in side control, and the first thing you think of, like, this sucks, like, get me out of here. You could give up, you could just stop and proceed to not give any effort, or you could fight your way out of it. You could figure out where the space is at and where you could frame and reset and change things up. And I have noticed that, like, whenever I feel like I'm stuck, or I feel like giving up, is like, that's just like a starting point. That's just where you could start working from, instead of just like giving in to any discomfort. And I think jiu-jitsu or martial arts in general could help a lot of people get through those phases, because everybody goes through certain phases where they feel like they make a lot of progress and it slows down, and then you want to give up. There's like a honeymoon phase, and then you realize, this is going to take a lot of work, this is going to take a lot of time. And one thing that I do remember from Alex Hormozi is, like, whenever times get harder, he gets happier because less people are going to want to pursue it just because it's so hard. Now, jiu-jitsu is probably one of the hardest things I've ever done, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Like, there's many aspects to it where, like, it's grueling. It's like physically demanding, spiritually. You have to freaking be wanting to fight every day pohata, like that type of stuff. And just going into the gym with a good mindset, and just like taking notes and having fun. And I try to listen to as much like podcasts as I can around the subject. Like, bro, like when I started my BJJ University page, like, I would just listen to podcasts every day about jiu-jitsu. Hear Roger Gracie, Firas Zahabi, John Danaher, Eddie Bravo, just to name a few. And just like getting a bigger, broader understanding of the sport itself and what it could potentially provide. And there's some freaking goats in the freaking sport, bro. You got Rickson Gracie, Jean-Jacques Machado, Elio Gracie, so many Gracies in general, just like as a whole. You have Dean Lister, even like big names like Jocko Willink and Lex Friedman, Joe Rogan, these big like figures in kind of the podcast, fitness, wellness space, and they all train. And I think it does have some weight to it that these everybody who talks about jiu-jitsu speaks so highly of it, just because it does develop you into a certain type of person. And that's what we're here for, man. That's what we're here for. So we're gonna get ready to go train. I like the vibes right now. It just rained, kind of cold. So we're gonna get some training in, some noon training. Been consistent with showing up. I used to like fluctuate. I used to go to noon classes. A couple days in the week I would go to noon. Couple days in the week I would go to the 6 p.m. class. But since they updated the schedule, bro, I just been like noon. So I feel like it's been working so far. But some days when I feel like switching it up, I'll go to a later class and just feeling things out and seeing, because I feel like if I get stuck in a repetitive pattern, there's not going to be lots of room for growth. Like, I'll get comfortable, like get my blanket, feel cozy, and that could trap you, bro. Might as well just see it as like a freaking a prison, because that's what comfort leads to. And it feels good temporarily, and then you like, a bunch of time goes by and you're like, yo, what did I just do with my time? And that's something I wish I would have done even during like 2020, bro. Like there was time where like we're just like in the crib chilling, and I actually utilized some of that time to just work out. Had the homies just pull up to the crib, and we just worked out in the back like some maniacs with too much pre-workout and loud music. And that actually helped kind of process all the different types of emotions that were going on at that time. And it seems like we're bouncing back, right? But just thinking about like, what can help mentally to get through like those times where you're like, you have no idea what's going on. And I think training or having something physically demanding can be that source of like to hold you down, bro, to stand your base, you feel me? So let's just get some new training in, and then have fun, bro. Have fun, and I'll let you guys know how it goes. Appreciate all of you guys. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, stay tuned for more, man. Let's go. Yo, bro, great training session today, bro. Like, going into it today, I was like, damn, like, all right, gotta wake up, gotta make sure we're changing things up. And then as soon as we got in there, I'm like, okay, got like 5 people, and then like 6 people, and it was like 12 people today, bro. I'm like, yes, sir. I love bigger classes because, like, you're able to train with different partners, get different looks, and then like you could try different things, So that's kind of like why I get so excited with bigger classes. Plus, it feels like everybody's like hyped up. Everybody feeds off the energy of other people. And I was like, all right, let's get it, man. Let's get it. Got some good looks today, for sure. Lots of things to work on. And, every day is kind of just like seeing the subtle improvements that you can make. I was like, oh, put my hand here instead of here. Relax when I'm in a position here. It's like, okay, we're able to get some more data, and then work on the jiu-jitsu program, if that makes sense. So I always like days like that. They keep me motivated, keep the energy high. But also when there's like 2 other people there, just having that same type of perspective and outlook on it does help. Like I feel like sometimes when I would go to class and there was like 1 or 2 people, I'd be like, man, where's everybody at? But like, it's the same thing. Jiu-jitsu is jiu-jitsu. Doesn't matter if you're doing it with 300 people or just 1 other person. It's like you're still able to improve, and that's kind of the name of it. You know what I mean? So that's what we're doing, and just make sure we're not going backwards. When it comes to progression and getting stale. I know I mention it all the time, but I just I don't know. I feel like when you make progress, you got to be able to use it, and if you don't use it, you lose it type vibe. So even with making YouTube videos, training jiu-jitsu, just seeing it as like a flame, and making sure you're tossing wood in the fire as much as you can, but just take it easy. Realize when to put the wood inside, when it's too much wood, when you're wasting wood, and just trying to figure that out as well. It's making sure the energy's there. Sometimes you're tired, sometimes you get sleep, you're distracted with other things that could eat away at it. So it's like working with your mind and focusing, because sometimes I'm in class and I'm thinking of a song or a TikTok, and it's okay, now's not the right time, brain. Now's time to just listen to what the professor's saying and to apply it correctly. And with school, I got away with it, thinking of I'm just thinking of basketball moves in history class. But when it was time for the test, it was just history questions. There was no basketball moves there. So just knowing when to use your time wisely has been something that I've been trying to work on, and it's like an everyday thing, bro. It's jiu-jitsu is you gotta clock in, clock out, and then when you come into the gym the next day, make sure you're just pushing things up. So was gonna take it easy on the rolls maybe this week. I have been feeling my arm kind of be a little bit achy, so I'm gonna just watch it, feel it out, listen to my body, and if we don't have to roll for a few days, and that's just what it is, making sure that we could get in the training that we need, and then not put ourselves at risk when we don't need to. So that's what we got going. It's a little rainy outside, but I'll catch you guys in tomorrow's episode. Like and sub, bro. Like and sub.